Hello, Grape family. I hope that you're all holding up well in this bear market, and I hope that you're enjoying the recent price action that has been going on with grape and wine. So, without further ado, let's get started with the weekly update. First up, as usual, of course, is the price of grape. Now, you must be noticing the recent uptrend that has been going on with grape as well as wine. This can be because of few reasons. One would be, of course, X grape. Now, if you go to the transactions, you would notice that there are a lot of smaller buys here. Those are because of the XGrape token. XGrape has Grape Meme LP tokens locked in the Magic Vault that auto compound. They sell the wine rewards and use the proceeds to buy more grape. So, this might be a reason for the recent uptrend of grape. One more thing you should know about Grape Meme is that now, if you round up all the liquidity there is for grape token, it would come out to be about $1.2 million, and the market cap is sitting at $1.5 million. So you can say that the market cap and the liquidity are pretty even right now, and we have reached the desired position we wanted. Another thing you should keep an eye on is the circulating supply of grape token. It has been going down consistently with all the utilities like XGrape and the Winemaker game. I'm pretty sure that we would be able to reach the 4.5 million marked circulating supply for grape. So keep minting the XGrape and keep playing the Winemaker game. That is it for grape token. Let's now move on to the share token, that is wine. Wine is sitting at almost $20 with an all-time low price of $11. Now you would notice a similar pattern in the price of grape and in the price of wine. This is because both of these tokens tend to move on in tandem with each other. Like with the transactions of grape, you would notice something opposite to what's happening to grape. You would notice that there are a lot of smaller cells here. Now these can also be caused by the auto compounders and of course the X grape. You don't have to worry much because the X grape meme LP tokens receive about $500 worth of wine every day. So the most sell pressure that can be at any given day would be less than $500. I'm sure $500 is something our liquidity can very well handle. Now if you're someone who has been watching the weekly update video and bought wine at $11, you would have been sitting a nice 2x right now. So make sure you watch the video till the end. Let's take a look at the TVL of Grape Finance for a second. Despite the market conditions and the price of grape and wine, the TVL held pretty strong at $2 million. But because of the recent price action in grape and wine, the TVL has almost increased $500,000, and right now the TVL is sitting at $2.5 million. That is it for the TVL and price of wine and grape. Let's now move on to the NFT collections of Grape Finance. The first one would be of course the winery collection. The floor of the winery collection is sitting at 3.2 AVX, which is up compared to the last week of 2 AVX. The listing has also gone down by almost 10 NFTs. So it looks like someone has been scooping the floor of the winery collection. And of course, with the news that you will be able to collateralize your winery collection NFTs in Vinium, who wouldn't scoop the floor? At least I would. Now, if you're someone who wants to dive deeper into the NFTs, there's also a stats section for the NFTs. It shows the volume history, total transactions, total buyers and sellers if you want to trade NFTs. But it's very risky and I would advise against it. So if you're buying the winery collection NFTs for the long term, I would suggest you to at least take a look at this stats section. That is it for the winery collection. Let's now move on to another NFT collection of Grape Finance, that is the Vintners. The floor price of Vintners is sitting at 1.3 AVX compared to the last week of 1.2 AVX. The floor price has gone up very tiny bit. No significant price movement as of yet. The listing has also been sitting stable between 60 to 80 listed. I have some interesting things regarding the Winemaker that I'll be sharing in a minute. Those are the updates for both the NFT collections. Let's now move on to the wine press. The total deposited wine meme LP tokens in the wine press has crossed the 15,000 mark. This is a very big achievement if you ask me. The value of those wine meme LP tokens is $170,000. And don't forget the fact that this contributes to the liquidity for wine. And now you can say that more than 50% of the liquidity for wine has been locked in the wine press. So if you have some wine tokens sitting in your wallet, you should definitely use at least some of it in the wine press. You can earn a juicy yield upon that wine, plus you'll also be contributing to the liquidity for wine. Let us now move on to the newest addition to the presses, the soda press. If you didn't know, soda press is where you deposit grape, X-Grape LP tokens. If you want to mint X-Grape, then you can go to the homepage of Grape Finance and then just click on Mint X-Grape. Or if you would like to deposit directly to the soda press, then all you have to do is just deposit MIM and it will do all the work for you. Let's now talk about the total deposits in the grape soda press. During the previous weekly update video, which I think was on Thursday, the total deposits were 82,000 X-Grape LP tokens. And during the 5 days, the total deposits increased to almost 40,000 LP tokens. Right now, the current value for those tokens is $176,000. Grape soda also helps with the price of grape while also burning grape in the process. So if you have some extra grapes lying around or if you have some stables, then you should definitely give the grape soda press a try. That is it for the grape soda press. Now let's move on to the homepage of Grape Finance for a second. You would notice this link here. This is an affiliate link for buying the ledger, where if you use this link to buy ledger, Grape Finance gets rewarded in BTC, which then ultimately will be distributed among the wine holders. So if you are planning to buy ledger, then you can go through this link. That is it for the updates. Let's now talk a little about what was discussed in the previous AMA. First, let's talk about the Winemaker game. Now there might be a couple things that can happen with the Winemaker this week. Now LB has mentioned that he is going to buff one of the tools and that will be the magazine. In addition to this, LB has mentioned that he is going to release new very limited tool. Now this new tool will be slightly better than hydrometer. Now after these updates are pushed, we are going to have tools with some partner protocols, or you can call them cross promotional tools. Those two will be of very limited quantity. So make sure that you get your dry powder ready to buy at least a few. The contract for tools might also get updated, and after the updates, there might come some extra rare tools and possibly upgradable tools. That is it for tools. But wait, I have good news for the S Vintage token holders. In the AMA, it was confirmed that S Vintage is going to have a press of its own. It might work similar to that of grape soda press. So if you are someone who has been staking your S Vintage in the cellar or in the vineyard, then you are very well set for the press that will be coming for the S Vintage token. Don't worry, the S Vintage pool that is in the vineyard will not be shut down. So you will have 3 options for playing around with S Vintage. That is all for the Winemaker game and the S Vintage token. Let's now move on to everyone's favorite upcoming utility, that is the Vinium. First, a good news for all the winery collection NFT holders is that you will be able to collateralize your NFTs in Vinium. Of course, it won't be available initially, but LB has said that he is working on things to figure it out. There are lots of things that need to be worked on, especially considering the fact that NFTs are usually illiquid and then there is also pricing and different stuff. Moreover, OpenSea, which is the biggest NFT exchange, can come to Avalanche. Now this is something we can capitalize on. We can easily onboard some big players that might want to collateralize the NFTs. Of course, the OpenSea news hasn't been confirmed yet, so not financial advice. Another great thing I have to share about regarding Vinium is that Nick and Steve were at the SmartCon event in New York, where Vinium was a sponsor. We did some very awesome networking with few big DeFi players. Steve mentioned that they talked with various heads of different chains like Arbitrum and Ava Labs. So we might expect something happening with these two in near future. Another team that Steve mentioned talking to was Trader Joe. Trader Joe is the biggest decentralized exchange on Avalanche, and it is where the majority of our grape meme liquidity is stored. Confirmed is a Twitter space that will be happening on the Twitter of Trader Joe. So make sure that you head over to their Twitter and check it out. Ava Labs, which are the founders of the Avalanche chain, also mentioned that they are interested in hearing further from us. We now also have contacts from Binance chain for when we get cross-chain with Vinium. Little info regarding the automated short and long positions were also shared by LB. He mentioned that you will be able to deposit stablecoin and then with one click you can short, let's say AVEX or any other token. And finally, Vinium might launch by the end of this week. Of course, there has been no date set as of yet, so I wouldn't want to get your hopes up. But fingers crossed. Let's now move on to everyone's favorite lock staking, that is the nodes. The Grape node has been successfully migrated over to version 2. And if you didn't know, it now has a 50% claim tax for when Grape is below peg. A community member asked, when will the Grape meme subsequent nodes be migrated over to version 2? LB has mentioned that he has few plans regarding the Grape meme. One would be, of course, a press similar to wine press or grape soda press. LB also mentioned that he has been talking over to the guys of EMP to utilize their system for our Grape meme subsequent nodes. In the near future, we might see the detonator contract used for Grape meme subsequent nodes. The problem with Grape meme is that half of it is made up of meme, and of course, meme is not a native token, so it is kind of difficult to work with. Again, more options are being discussed, so there is no exact timeline, but worry not, the Grape meme nodes haven't been forgotten. Another thing I wanted to talk about is that if you are in the Grape node and you want to claim and also avoid the 50% tax fee, then what you can do is you can let it accumulate to 99 grapes and then click on compound. From the 99 grapes, 50 would be used to make new node and the remaining 49 tokens would be auto claimed to your wallet without any tax. So yeah, that is how you can claim without the 50% fee. That is it for the nodes. Now I would like to talk about a few other general things that were discussed in the AMA. For those that don't know, we successfully have crossed the 1000 epochs mark. That is a big achievement considering the fact that we started in mid-Jan. I think I can safely say that we are the longest senior age protocol running on AVAX as of yet. Now you would notice that we created a few things that weren't in the roadmap, but they have ultimately helped Grape. But since the beginning, LB mentioned that he had a revenue based protocol project planned, that is of course the Vinium, which will be the lending and borrowing that will be native to Grape Finance. Together with the team and the community, we have survived a lot like the market crash, the stablecoin debacle, etc. The goal is to build now and position ourselves well for the next bull market. A plus point for Grape Finance and for Vinium of course is that we already have a very huge and supportive community. So we won't have to build a community from ground up for Vinium. Now if you notice in the DeFi market, you would see that there are no more degen plays because of the market conditions. So there really needs to be something different done and it needs to be supported by actual revenue. We are doing just that with the launch of Vinium that might happen at the end of this week. So yeah, as of yet, I think we are very well set with the utilities like the presses, the X-Grape, the Winemaker game and etc. Now there are so many utilities for Grape Finance that sometimes you tend to forget to check on all of them. But you don't have to worry because I'll be covering all of them in the weekly update videos. That is it for this week's weekly update video. And if you enjoyed this video or if you learned something new about Grape Finance, then I suggest you please subscribe and like this video. Thank you for watching. Peace.